And the broadcast starts now. Now we're on YouTube and Google Plus, and you're probably watching this part of it in the recording because not everyone knows where we are, what we're doing. It is a holiday weekend. I'm in by Mike Singer, my third ever Hangout Conversations guest. There is a little delay now going on. I probably should fix this a little bit, make it look a little bit. Yeah, now there's a crazy delay. That sucks. Better shut some windows. So Mike,
no, you broke it.
I'm good. It's all broke. Good like Aaron Wood, who probably, if he knew about this hangout, would be dying to get in here. Dying! Right? No? No comment.
Yes, this is the special, fun, cool club.
Special so I am eating, it is Passover for me, so there is chocolate matzah. They take a piece of matzah, they cover it in chocolate, dark chocolate actually, you could have regular chocolate. Basically, they make matzah taste better. So it's like you're basically biting into chocolate that's crunchy. You don't taste the matzah. You literally just taste the chocolate. You don't really taste the matzah. So basically, it's a better way to eat matzah. But I can't say that it doesn't have like 1,000 million calories in it.
You know how eating in Hangouts works, right? That means you have to share it with the other people in the Hangout. So so let me grab it. Cool, thanks.
You got it. You're supposed to like take it directly into your mouth. That's what she said. But oh wait, I did capture the moment, but I captured you as the screen and not me. Matzah. You know, we could be doing this like in a non-on-air hangout. They're like, what?
Like it kind of looks like a really mini ice cream sandwich.
No coffee. I captured that moment. All the people on YouTube are like, oh my god, I can't believe I don't have coffee and chocolate matzah.
I just got water, so nothing fancy. Although I do have some coffee laying around.
Some buckaroonies.
Yeah.
Buckaroos. That's cool.
Oh, by the way, this hangout on air brought to you by Starbucks.
Oh, Brooke Brown's already given us love. Hey, Brooke. And Pierre Ernesto DePaulo, if I said that wrong, then I'm sorry. And now I'm going to refresh my YouTube.
So which chat are you talking about? Are you saying there's people talking in the chat on YouTube?
On Google Plus. Now on YouTube. On YouTube. Here is the link to YouTube, and you can actually go.
Okay.
Live. What is your YouTube name? At Mike Stinger?
Yep, Mike Stinger. It's Mike Stinger for just about everything.
I'm live with Mike Stinger, and bam, first comment. There it is. Doesn't get any better than that. Testing out the new Hangouts on air with Mike Stinger, playing around and talking. So, Mike, I interviewed back, I think it was the end of September, maybe early October, maybe, last week in September.
Oh,
seems like yesterday.
Go ahead. I had YouTube playing.
Oh, that's fine. I barely heard it. Not even. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's not even what happens. So, this is going to be available for everyone to see. So, Mike, do you even remember, like, vaguely? I know. So that was those were the days when you wore your Muffin Hat, and that's been a long time ago. So, how has the transition been from days of Muffin Hat to where you are now?
It's pretty much been the same. Like, I have a few people ask me here and there why I don't wear the hat anymore, because I had the hat on, like, every profile. I had it on as part of the logo on my site. And the reason why I got rid of it is because I was putting too much focus on the hat and not enough focus on me as a person. So I kind of just gave too much attention to the hat.
That's really deep, Mike.
And so that's why I got rid of it. But I haven't got completely rid of it because it's awesome for conferences.
I mean, chicks love it. Chicks love that hat, right?
Well, yeah, it tends to do well. But it's great for conferences because it's a great conversation piece to, connect with people and all that stuff.
Cool. Yeah. So you got big plans for Easter at all, or?
Not really. Although I will probably be buying some chocolate, getting some chocolate to eat. So yeah. That's pretty much my Easter. I mean, isn't that what Easter is about? It's just about indulging in a ridiculous amount of chocolate. That's the meaning of it, right?
I think, and not to insult all religion, but if all religion was just about candy and sweet, wouldn't that be better?
I think a lot of kids would be more happy if all like holidays were about candy.
Yeah, but candy's probably a quote-unquote sin, for all I know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Someone said junk food and like fast food was population control. What do you say to that? Is that ridiculous? Or
I wouldn't say it's population control, but I mean it does.
it does lead to heart disease and diabetes and a lot of other stuff, possibly. Not always.
Yeah, I mean I don't think it was there for like to control the population, but it's there because it's one, delicious, and two, people like to eat delicious stuff, and I mean it just comes down to self-control.
Yeah, it's overrated. Louis Hussey on Facebook liked our little link that I threw up. Not like puked or hurled, but
But by the way, you cannot say like on Google Plus. That's a sin.
That's a way. Yeah, that's a way to get shut down, taken down all around. So there's a lot of apps. I actually, speaking of a sin, I have a Facebook symbol in my Hangout, a Facebook because it's a Facebook app. Is that a sin right there?
Well,
That's crazy.
yeah, I'm sorry, Matt, but I'm afraid your account is going to have to be deleted.
Probably, but it's so funny. The Facebook app itself is like loading now. Did you get a message saying I was loading a Facebook for Hangouts app?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's weird. Anyway, all it does is you can update your status, and then you could just scroll through your wall on the side of the Hangout, right?
So basically, Facebook integrated into a Hangout.
Yeah, the wall basically, but it only goes back. It only goes down so far. Although there's a mail button. What is this? A friend request? Oh, but then it opens a link in a news tab. Never mind. That's stupid.
Yeah, that reminds me of an extension that integrated Facebook into Google Plus, and you basically would click over to it, and you have the Facebook wall. But the problem is you whenever you would click on like a link or click on like or something, it has to open up in Facebook, and so it was pretty much pointless.
I agree. I'm gonna try to see how many quote-unquote live, well, it says views, not necessarily, maybe I need to hit refresh. What happens now? Refreshing the YouTube. 2 people are watching. I bet 2 people that have it open are me and you.
Yeah.
So there it is.
Oh, actually, you know what's funny is I actually have it open on YouTube, so it's you and me watching it right now.
Oh, Louis Hussey. Hey, Louis. Louis gave us a +1 and said, hey, guys. So Louis watching. Hey, Louis, on YouTube. How sweet is that? That's hot. That's what she said.
So I'm about to share this. What should I say? Just chatting about...
We're just having coffee and shooting the breeze, and there's
Yeah.
no real... Basically, I'm killing time until I have to go have another Seder where we sit there and read about... basically, we talk about all the 10 Commandments and the plagues and the freedom from Egypt. We drink wine, we relax, we eat, and then, you know, we feel gassy and go home and then sleep. That's basically it. That's the life of Passover. I do find it interesting that Passover and Hanukkah are like 8 days or whatever, and Easter, I know you have Good Friday, but Easter and Christmas is like is only like 1 day, but the whole Easter season and Christmas season, even though it's 1 day, there's no like real Passover Hanukkah season, just like we have the 8 days or whatever. It's weird how that works out.
Yeah, you guys get more days to celebrate. We just get like a couple days, and that's it.
Yeah, but sometimes it's better. Because trust me, if you're following like a Passover, you can eat bread and corn and things like that. So literally by day like 4 or 5, you're like, oh my god, more matzah. Like you get sick of matzah. It's like, how many of these cardboard? It's fun for like day 1, 2, 3, 4. But by 5 or 6, you're like, please let me eat something else. You know.
Yeah, whereas for like Christmas and like anything goes for Christmas as far as eating wise, like whatever.
I tried to keep it in college once, and so I had gone down to get a sandwich, and I got a chicken sandwich, and I said I can't have the bun because it's bread, and I bit into it, and when I bit into it, it was not grilled, it was fried. I totally forgot that the chicken was breaded. I was like, oh wait, the chicken is breaded. It's like eating bread. It was pretty funny. I was like,
oh, fail.
It's all good. Nobody really cares. I don't think. Well, whatever.
I mean, it depends on how much breading it had on it. Like, was it like completely covered with just like a little bit of breading?
It's your basic fried chicken sandwich, so chicken parm, fried, whatever. Me here, Path there. So I love that the Asian population or the Middle East or whoever, they love us. They are in love. Oh, Mike, you shared it too. Look at that. Mike, did you see the sausage bacon Waffle House that I posted?
Yes, I saw that, and and you said there needs to be a team.
You would need to do it by yourself?
I will take one entire wall of sausage.
A wall of sausage. Would you have any
sausage.
Bacon or waffle, or would it just be sausage?
I'd like some bacon, but I could live with just the sausage.
But you do realize there's no way after you eat that you're not going to feel like,
Oh, well, whenever you eat like a ton of meat, greasy meat, it's never a good thing. You never feel great.
Jeff Shapiro's like, this guy Jeff Shapiro says that apparently it's served with champagne because there's the cork on the top. But that's just a little to make it decorative. That you don't eat the cork. It's just like representing it should be, right?
You don't eat it? I thought it was
well, you can eat
high
it,
in fiber.
Pretty high.
Oh.
Johnny Rockmore wrote, I eat more P-U-S-S-Y than Alf because there was a Saturday post about Alf. So I could actually say that word on air, but I figured, why do it right now? It's too early. Is that interesting how we associate like being able to curse and swear and talk adult stuff late at night? Like that's more acceptable, even though when we do it at like midnight, it's like what, like 12 p.m. in Australia or something. So what's the difference?
Well, yeah, I think we're just like conditioned like with TV late at night. Like I know Comedy Central, like after 10 p.m. then stuff starts to become uncensored. Whereas like at like 8 or 9 o'clock, if you try and watch a stand-up special with all sorts of cussing, it's bleep, bleep, bleep. So I think we're kind of programmed the same way. Where late at night, the kids aren't on, which I don't know why we think that, but I guess we do, and so it's okay. But I mean, this is like Google Plus. They allow teens and whatnot on here, but I don't think it's a big deal to cuss.
Well, that's the big controversy about, like, I don't know if it's just Hunger Games or I know King's Speech. The whole the reason why somebody gets an R is too many F words. But if F words were not a big deal at all, so many movies would be PG and PG-13 instead of R. Yeah,
I just find it interesting that a lot of parents get upset that their kids listen to stuff or watch stuff that has cuss words in it when
they're going to do it anyway.
When you know those kids have heard just about everything.
Their parents say it, their friends, their friends' parents.
They cuss with their all the time with their friends.
They up and do it. I mean, whatever. And they're just words though. They're just like we have put someone decided that those are bad words. Like it's okay to say poopy, but you say shit and like, oh my god, you said that word. It's like it's just a word, and then it's like, how do you use it? And like, this word is worse than that word, and it's like the N word and the C word, and like,
it's funny you actually bring that up. Yeah, it's funny you actually bring that up because like when I was younger, when I would go and stay with my cousin, my aunt for a few years, she was like really strict with what you said. I couldn't say dang it because because it was derivative of damn it.
Right.
She thought dang it was bad to say, and I was like,
if you said like fudge you, like oh.
Oh yeah, like that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh really? You could say like shut the front door and twice the damage.
That would have probably been fine, but I could not say dang it.
You couldn't say dang it, but you could have said, could you say god damage?
No, I can't. Couldn't use the couldn't use God in anything.
But these are just like, I mean, whatever you believe, in the end, they are just words. Like, even if everything is true, they're just, God. But it's a word. Like, someone decided, the idea that whatever you believe, the idea that God, if God is out there, if you believe, whatever, the idea that, like, G-O-D or G-D really is what they are, or because back in the day, it was like they had multiple gods and idols, and like the sun was a god, like, but it's a sun. The sun's God. Someone decided G-O-D, that sound meant holiest, whatever. Like, and then they said, oh, let's reverse it and make that the opposite, like a dog. Like, Like, it's just the way the language works is funny, you know? Like, how
Yeah.
letters work and, like, FUC, like, and they all come from sounds. It was like, I think they looked up at the sky and they were like, go, or like, you know, like, they made sounds, and then somehow those sounds translated, you know, like, reactions, like, like getting mad, like, F, I don't know. That's my theory. What do you
I'm
think?
incredibly fucking offended right now. So.
You should fucking be. But seriously, um, yeah, I mean, we can invite more people in if they want to come in. It wasn't just a one-on-one Stinger lover, Stinger love. Nothing
That hangout is going on later tonight.
later
Yeah.
with the big boys.
He's charging admission $10 for.
So that's interesting. So pay-per-view hangouts. Do you think that? And I don't know. Now that they're changing kind of how it is, I think when they would do something different with that. I guess when you broadcast it's public, you can't necessarily. So that'll be a different tool. But would you? I mean, I don't know. It's like it's interesting. I think you wouldn't. I mean, some podcasts you pay per episode. Most of them are free. Like I know Doug loves movies. Doug Benson does a great comedy one, and all his podcasts are free. But occasionally, every month or so, he'll have one episode that he does that's like $2, and people usually buy it because they're a fan. And it's only $2. So, and if you have hundreds or thousands of people, you know. But I'm sure a lot of people are like, you know what? I'd rather buy apps with my iTunes $2 instead of buying podcasts. So
I don't know. I think there's a place for premium hangouts. Like say for example, like what you're doing. You give away all these free shows, you know, that you do every week, and then one week you do a show with someone, you know, very popular, and you charge a few bucks for it. I think there is a place for that, but I think it's still way too early for that. Like we are still in the beginning stages with. Like
it's way too early for me to make $50, which is probably what that would be.
Well, I mean, no, not that. It's just way too early to charge, you know, for stuff in this platform. It's just the perception, you know, it's different right now because this is still in the early stages. Like for example, I don't know if you remember, like in the beginning of Google Plus, Chris Brogan, he did an ebook, or not an ebook, but he did a webinar about using Google Plus for business and charged like $47 for it. And people went nuts, like, oh, you can't charge for something like that and whatnot. And I think that's kind of and he still made a lot of money because he has a really loyal following. But I think a lot of people are still kind of like the same way. Oh, well, this is a free, you know, this stuff's free. You can't charge for that. You know, we're still in that kind of stage.
Yeah. Nose liked us. Hey, Nose.
Hello.
Hello, Nose on Facebook. It's so funny to watch. I love the culture. I love the idea that so many of us met on Google Plus, and then we transferred that to other sites, Twitter and Facebook. And
I think it's hilarious that there's that Google Plus interest list on Facebook.
I made. Yeah, that's all me. All
these people that are on Google Plus, and you just follow them over there.
But isn't that cool to like? So because before you go to Facebook and everything is all over the place, but now it's like I thought about making a list for other stuff, but I'll click. I have a bookmark. It says it literally. I'll show you the bookmark. Hold on, let me share my screen. I don't even know. Oh, wait, can I share that? It's a brand. Whatever. I won't do it. But it literally says, like, there's a little F and says Google Plus next to the F. It's pretty funny. So, like, if I opened it, my tab would say Facebook. It would say Facebook, but it would say Google Plus, like it looks like on a Google Plus tab sometimes. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it is cool to see there's 88 subscribers and 119 people on the list. And I'm just going to add more people to the list, and then it's cool. I bet some of the subscribers are on Google+. I just don't know them. Bud Hoffman.
I will say, though, that some of those people I do not, that are in that interest list, I do not like because they share the exact same thing that they share on Google+ on Facebook. So it's kind of like following them in two places, which is a little annoying, but I understand that some people use it that way.
Well, I'm basically controlling who gets on there, and I try to keep it regular, normal, like not huge like a Scoble or whatever, but I did put like a Scoble and Pearl, a few people on there because I feel like the people we do interact with on Plus. My rule was if there's some kind of interaction with them on Plus or if I follow them a little bit. I mean,
yeah,
because I want it to resemble a little bit. I mean, they don't overpower it, but I hear what you're saying.
Well, and two, I don't get like too annoyed with it because I understand that not everyone is using, Google Plus or Facebook or social media in general for business. They're just using it for personal use, which tends to be, the people that tend to be using it for personal use that I've seen in that interest list are, just using it for personal use, not business.
Now I have to edit. It says coming up, but it's actually not coming up because we're live. So there's a lot of. It's interesting. Oh, that's it. Oh, what was that? That was new. Oh, link to this post. Okay, that's just an extension. Never mind, not new. But a lot of extensions. We are live. So there's the new volume extension, which with Robert Pitt and Moritz did, and we wanted it basically controlling individual people and Hangout their volume because a lot of people have background noise or they're loud or there's a mute all people Hangout, which only instead of just mutes people like it normally does. Like when you mute someone in a Hangout, usually it will say, "Oh, Matt muted Mike," but instead you can mute everybody, or you could lower people's volume, and only you know you did that. Although there is danger because you could like be talking over someone if you have everyone muted.
Yeah, I was so close to sharing a post about that until I saw that because of the API restrictions right now, you can't turn the volume down. You can only turn it up for people.
You can turn it down.
That's not what it said in the original post.
Let me go to it now. Well, it shows 3 people in here, even though there's just 2 of them. Oh, because one of them is a bra. So I don't know, but the only thing is it doesn't, like, I don't see your face pop up. I see, I think also I can't see, I don't know if the other person has to have the volume control too. I don't know if they have to open it to see their face, but it's still interesting. It's still a work in progress if Moritz and Robert are watching.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a great start. It's a great start.
Yeah, things get better as time goes on. So the whole, I know people might be sick of Google Plus talk and all that. Hey, Browan, we'll just give us a little plus love. And Louis is watching, and me here. So what do you make of the whole people talked about Google Plus and they were like, yeah, it's not that great, or it's not many people using it, and now they continue with the ghost town talk and like.
You know, it's funny you actually mentioned that because I did a video just yesterday of 3 issues why people may not be seeing any activity on Google+. So the first reason is maybe you're not following enough people and enough people that are relevant and that that are actually active. And 2, maybe you're not investing enough time here, which I mean, it's understandable. There's all these other social networks to deal with, so maybe you're not investing enough time. And then the third, just to be honest, maybe you suck. Maybe you're boring. Let's just be honest about it. So, I mean, for those of us that are active on here, we see the activity going on. I mean, there's just a ton of activity. It just comes down to, circling the people that are relevant to your interests and people who are also active. Investing enough time. I mean, for any platform to work for you, you have to invest the time to get the results. And also, don't be boring. Don't post boring crap. Post really good stuff, and people will interact with it.
I agree. And the cool thing is, looking at the YouTube comments, Louis Hussey and DC Jello. I don't know who DC Jello is, but is that maybe that's Broman, but it's cool. And actually, you could have automatic comment updates. Like I disable automatic updates or not, and that's pretty cool. The comments will automatically update, and it's on an actual comment thing that I'll show you the link, Mike. But yeah, but it is a lot to keep up with as a host. And like doing an informal thing like this is a lot easier. I don't have to, get through it. And I mean, I'm not totally formal when it comes to my show, but I'm a little more formal than this. You put a link to the volume control, awesome. It's fun. I remember Hangouts on air when they first started, and I was doing them. I'll do it. And I have no shame. I was literally just, and you remember this. I would start the on air, and I just put on the reindeer hat, or I'll have my dog, and I'll just talk or hum. Or
yeah, in the beginning, your Hangouts on airs were like just pretty random.
Yeah, and I would still do them. I haven't done them in a while, but I'm not against it. And I would see where they lead. Although a lot of them would be 4 or 5 hours, and I have a lot of footage that I want to put out there, but I don't want to edit. It's just a lot of work, and I feel like I need to edit like some of. It's like as I start watching them, I'm like my sensor goes down. But there's a couple of them at the beginning where it was new Hangouts on air and people were used to Hangouts where they would say something and then they didn't have to worry about it being repeated. But I have a few people when they jumped into these early Hangouts saying like pretty like racy stuff that they would be pissed if it was out there, like that it was on, like they'd be like, you posted that, and I was, but people are gonna think I'm like an asshole or whatever. And so
Right, but it says right there before you join the Hangout.
I know.
You know, this is broadcasted live to the world.
Right. No, it's true. But especially, but putting it on YouTube, it's like, especially like.
Well, yeah, and then too, if someone has an issue with it, then it's like, well, it's posted. I'm not gonna take it down. And
no, but it looks bad. I personally wouldn't want to put up something that makes anyone look bad because I don't think, unless it was like someone that needs to look bad. But for the most part, I wouldn't, and I get it. I mean, I would feel bad that if I said something in jest and then it was put up there, and people got the wrong idea. But it's just there's a lot of footage, a lot of stuff I have. But my point is that when I was doing those hangouts, just talking to the camera alone, people would hit play out of curiosity, it was new, and then they'd be like, what is going on, or what are you doing, or I'm watching this and I can't look away, or I have no idea why I'm watching this. And it's just like,
that's live video in general. Like, I don't know about you, but like on Ustream, like the first time I discovered Ustream, I'd watch like the most random, boring stuff, and for like an hour. And I'm like, why in the hell am I watching this? And it's just something to do with live video. People are drawn into it, and they just sometimes can't look away from it. I guess because in your subconscious you think you're gonna miss something if you leave.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, it's possible. And speaking of missing something, because Paul Rustan did another live body painting last night, and then it was in Vegas. There was body painting back to back. I missed it too. I was plussing it from where I was at. I was supposed to be the host originally, but next time Monica did a great job, and I can't wait to watch the recording. Hopefully it'll be up soon. But that was an interesting event, and I really would like to see, I think we'll see more and more Hangouts on air, especially with the YouTube integration, become more and more featured or known about. But most people, and they'll put more and more tools. But I think that, the YouTube is a good start because then you can go to your website or go to YouTube and be like, all right, it's here on YouTube, I can find it. I have you frozen on my YouTube in a funny position. You're like looking off to the side with your. Anyway. Oh, show one new comment. Okay. Hey Louie. Louie said hey guys like multiple times. Yeah, or unless it's the same one +1. That's weird. So yeah, and then the cool thing, I wonder if I could share a live video going on Pinterest. I probably could, right?
Well, yeah, you can share videos on Pinterest and watch them on Pinterest. Actually, try that and see if it'll actually stream through the player on Pinterest.
That would be an interesting experimental. Let me go to the YouTube and hit share. Let me copy the live link. And of course, once the thing's over, people are gonna be like, "What is this?" So I'm going on Pinterest. For those of you watching, I'm pasting my live Hangout on air, find images. It won't. I don't think I'll be able to find images though. No large images. That's the thing. It's not going to find thumbnail, so it won't post.
What you could do is you could actually do you have the URL directly to the YouTube live stream?
Yeah, the video, like the share link,
Yeah, try pinning. Go to Pinterest and then add pin and copy and paste that link and see if it'll pull the player. Off the.
It wasn't work. It didn't. I tried that now. Let me try this other link. Find images. Maybe it'll find an image on that page, right? Is that what you're saying? Oh, because it searches the whole page for images, right? Maybe.
Yeah. Here.
No, that didn't work. I don't think it worked. It was an interesting idea, but if I put it up on...
Wait. Here. Okay. Got it.
You got it to work on Pinterest? 1 second.
Here's the link. That's the to the actual live stream on YouTube.
Right. Although on Facebook, sometimes when you post a YouTube link, sometimes the player appears and sometimes it doesn't. I always want it to appear, and that's getting trickier, right? It used to always appear, and now you have to put the exact link.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
YouTube.
Sometimes it doesn't.
It's temperamental, probably because it's a Google product. But they live or die by YouTube. Like, people don't watch Facebook video; they watch YouTube video on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So for the most part, find images. Yeah, that's not working. Oh, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I just tried it too.
Please describe your pin, no large images. Yeah. But let me try. And then on Facebook, it wasn't working either. Huh. Let me refresh. People are watching like, what are you guys talking about?
This is boring, fail.
What is going on? We're trying to. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why it's not coming up. Roses, man. Copy. I wonder if I hit the Facebook thing there. No. It doesn't, it's not embedding the way I want it to embed. That's what she said. Embed, no embedding. Yeah, if I just hit we're live now, people are going to be like, that's like, I've seen it. So Mike, what you've done some on, how many on-airs have you done, like, how many different shows or any on-air shows you've seen besides my own? There's a lot of them popping up.
How many I've done myself? Probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, how'd they go?
Oh, they went good. Well, I mean, I told you before we started, the last one I did, it kind of got lost in YouTube purgatory, but the other ones went good. As far as like how many hangouts on airs is it hangout on airs or hangouts on? Oh, okay, never mind. But yeah,
it's hangout on air. A hangout.
No, I'm talking like plural.
Hangout on airs or hangouts on air. I think you can do either one. Hangout on airs.
It doesn't matter either way. Like
no,
well,
yeah, you could do if you say HOAs, then that resolves that. But
yeah, but not everyone understand. Knows.
Well, it's HOA. What's a HOA?
We're awful. Yeah. LMAO.
Yeah, I mean, I get that it's a Saturday, in the middle of the Saturday. People are usually out and about and enjoying their weekends. So
yeah, what are you people doing on Google Plus right now? Get off of here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There aren't a ton of people watching or interacting because they're busy. I get it.
Yeah, it's a holiday weekend.
And that too brings up an interesting thing, though. Do you think it's busier during the week because people want to be on the internet and not really working for the most part?
Yes. A good amount of that is correct.
Yeah. So I wonder how many people are not even that productive at work, continue to get paid and use the internet. A high percentage.
There's quite a few. I mean, I don't know the stats, but there's, yeah.
I find once people start doing a job getting paid for it, overall they're less productive, whereas especially, I mean, it depends on the job, the person, what.
Yeah, it depends on the job, the culture, the person. Are they passionate about it? Do they love what they do, or do they hate what they do?
Mm-hmm. Chocolate masa. I love it.
I'm trying to.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So if I was to randomly invite someone, new invite screen, what do you think about you have the new invite screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it?
I mean, it just shows pictures of people I know. It's
No, but it's easier. Like the idea is to hopefully people you hang out with. So
right, and you can just select.
Click.
Yeah, it's nice. It's easy. I mean, it saves a few seconds instead of typing out their name.
Yeah. I wish that they had something that says, "I'm dying to hang out. Please invite me to." Like that was an option. Like so you'd be like, "Yeah, let me invite that person."
Yeah.
Because you never know who actually wants to hang out. Usually people that hang out culture, they get an invite, they notice it like hours later or whatever, and oh, I'm sorry, I missed it, or I just saw it now, or blah, blah, blah. Chris Perillo, what's he doing?
I think he's in Vegas.
Oh, is he? He's got married, he's got a life. I mean, ever since, we interacted more, but ever since I think once he did my show, he's like, that's it, I gave you my blood, I gave you my hours, I gave you my blood, it's up there, and now you need to leave me alone for like a couple of months. That seems to be, and also he's a newlywed, so he must be busy. What? Star Wars?
What do you mean by busy?
Anyway. Oh man. Oh, it's the effects. Let's get the effects going. Why not?
Oh.
Like, don't do it. Don't become Mike's. Now I'm Mike's finger. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Hey, I like these glasses better than the ones I got.
That's true. Harry Potter glasses. Harry Potter glasses. Do clowns scare you?
Yeah, that looks like you look like in with a clown head. You kind of look like Albert Einstein as a clown with that mustache.
Yeah. I believe that the clown is good. I sound more like a Borat, not like Einstein.
Jack Shamash.
Oh my God, I'm horny. The top hat's usually the top hat, the monocle. Yeah, this is usually the standard. It's like they kind of like they took one for they're basically it's kind of like Mr. Potato, but like there's three things that match the best. Find which one's the this is the pirate. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that one. Dogs need mustaches too. And eye patches. Woof! I'm an old dog. McGriff. There's Mike with his.
Now this is an interesting setup.
You're swimming. You're sinking. Swimming, sinking.
Isn't that what they say about your show, man?
Whoa! That was coming. Set up. Big setup. Big whiffer. Big whiffer. Oh, more people are following me on Pinterest. Look at that. Life is amazing. So, Mike. So people talk about Cloud and these other sites. It's funny. Like Cloud scores, whatever. At one point I don't know. I thought they must have heard me because I'm happy to have a high score. I don't think it means anything, but it was something where like around 81, 82 at some point, and then it's steadily started to decline. Yet it said that my Google Plus was 99% for the longest time until recently it dropped my 99 to 96. But my Facebook went up from 1 to 4. So, but anyway, whatever that means. Percentage, and then so my clout is on like an arrow going down. So every day I log into clout, it goes down 1 point. So I wonder if it's gonna go all the way to 0. That'd be awesome.
I won't go that far.
No, but it goes down every single day, so to me it makes me think like, how can your cloud score be going down every single day? I mean they're reworking metrics and they're going based on what people say. They say, oh, do you think who should have the higher cloud score, right? Things like that, Mike. But then it's a popularity contest if they use that, right? But
yeah,
maybe that's what Cloud is.
No one knows their algorithm. I mean, the whole thing with Cloud, it's an okay way. See, I don't think Cloud is an influence tool. I think it's more of a social media engagement tool. It basically tells you how well you're engaging on social media. I don't think it comes down to influence. Yeah, because there's a lot of people who are really influential who don't have a high cloud score. It just,
Yeah, no one really knows what it all means. There are people supposedly hiring based on cloud score.
Excuse my French, but it's fucking stupid to hire someone based on their.
That would be. I mean, if they do, that's awesome. I haven't gotten a job offer based.
Like what happened to hiring people because they have skills and they can actually do the job? Oh well, this person has a 75 on cloud. They must be awesome for the job. Right. And then you hire them and they do shit work. I wonder why.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on the job, depends on the person, depends on what it is, and what's good or bad or acceptable, or so many factors, and all this stuff. It's all, when you hire someone for something, they could have an amazing resume, or they could dog duty, and both people, even though you think the person with the amazing resume is going to give you the better work, you never know what to expect. It could be, anything could happen. I mean,
but if you're hiring them based on their high cloud score, that's true. You're just asking for it. I mean,
I don't think people really tune
all these influence tools, they like you cannot measure the amount of influence with software and algorithms. Influence comes down to people,
Well, then talk to me about social media. I know we talked about it before. Like all these people that are social media managers, the people that have accounts and they create, Google Plus, Facebook, Twitter pages, and sometimes they just create it, sometimes they curate it. Everyone pays something different. Every company has different expectations for what they're paying for. It's definitely a lot. Do you think that more people are getting underpaid and doing more work, or do you think there are people that are getting paid a crap load of money and doing bare minimum, or like, do you have any opinion on that?
Yeah, there's a little bit of both, but as far as the people getting underpaid, that tends to be their fault because they don't ask for more. They think that if they ask for more, then they won't be able to work in the business. But I mean, you know, it comes down to knowing how much you're worth and knowing how much value you put into it, and being comfortable asking for a higher price. But But I will say there are people that are getting paid like a lot of money, and, you know, in relation to actually the amount of work they're doing, they're getting paid a lot more than that. But you know, part of that's because maybe the business doesn't really understand, and so they're trusting everything on this person. But you know, it's a little bit of both.
It's true. It's true. It's just that it's such a hard thing to measure because you're paying someone to say, you know what, I'm paying you, I want you to create these social sites, I want you to continuously, daily, put up cool stuff that's related to what we're doing. Some of it will feed you, but a lot of it you have to make up on your own. That's one thing, but then, if that's what the client wants, and you're, like, the difference between being someone that's setting it up and then someone that's strategizing, and I hope that that's one of the same, that makes the most sense. But a lot of times
it should be, but
right. But a lot of times they would rather just continuously promote, even though that's not building relationships. And there's
the problem with social media managers, not all of them, but quite a few of them. The problem is that a lot of them have no effing clue when it comes to the business side of things. They just follow the traditional advice of build relationships, post good stuff, and that's it. They don't factor in, you know, the business side of actually converting these people to actual, you know, customers. They just focus on the traditional type of stuff, and that tends to leave, you know, a bad taste in a lot of businesses' mouths because, you know, you can build relationships and stuff all day. You know, that's important, but if you're not, you know, converting some people over to, you know, as customers, you know, after a while, to them it just doesn't make any sense because you're, you know, what are you necessarily doing? Because you need to make money. That's just the bottom line.
You're saying the company or the manager? Both. But you're
talking about the company. The company has to make money to survive. You know, yes, it's good to build relationships.
Well, then you talk about AdWords, right? So, because AdWords in a sense is sort of like a social media manager, but more just advertising, but it's the same idea, right? You're paying for AdWords to be in certain places and keywords and people to see.
AdWords is different because that's purely advertising, where social media is a communication platform where you can, you know, interact with customers and potential customers. Whereas AdWords, you just throw out an ad, people click on it, and hopefully they buy or opt into your list or whatever you have set up.
But is it a fail if you just get likes and traffic and you don't really get sales?
I mean, honestly, it all really depends on the business's, you know, goals. I mean, of course, you want to have some sales, you know, period. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. And being able to actually track that stuff. A lot of people do not, you know how to track that stuff. They just throw people to a website and that's it.
Well, but that's the other thing too. Then there has to be some emphasis on the company, right? You can get people to go to the site, check it out, but once social media manager's job should be to get them to go to the website. Once they're on the website, that should be the company, right? Or that should be strategy. Like if I can get people to go check out a product or a link or a website, and they get there and they're like, this is crap or bad, or there's no video, there's nothing. Like I mean, is that part of the social media job? Say when they come to the site, it needs to look like this, it needs to be like that, it needs to be designed like this for you to get the most potential. They could do that, but even then,
here's the thing: if the social media side is optimized and the website is not, that's a big fail. You need both social media and both the website to both be optimized, you know, for, you know, all that stuff.
Right, and that's a big issue, and I think that because I've done some of this stuff before, and I feel like a lot of times they would the company would be begging for traffic, begging for people to be like, if it was social users and stuff, and I would get them to come, and then they would get there, and I'd have to walk them through it because they're like, I don't get what this is. So excited and happy to check it out,
Right.
and want to get it.
If the sales funnel is shit, then it doesn't matter how many people you send over to the site; it's not going to convert.
Right. And what do you think about? And we talked about this already, but I know Google Plus you really can't do this, but a lot of companies, startups, and things like that, social, they'll do giveaways, they'll do bribes, giveaways. They'll say if you like our page, you're entered in a contest, or you're going to get a product. Do you think that's ridiculous, or what do you think?
As far as contests are concerned, I think contests can be a good thing, and I've used them for other businesses. They can be a good thing. But when you constantly do contest after contest, people, that's what they remember you from. They remember you from, oh, hey, I can win free shit from this person. They don't think, oh, I could buy, this person has XYZ product that helps with this. They think, oh, hey, I can get free stuff from this person because, you're always doing contests. So contests are good, but not constantly doing them. I don't think that's necessarily a good strategy because then that's all people remember you for is contests, not what you actually provide as far as a product or a service.
Yeah, I think a lot of the social media can send mixed messages. It's like, now we're doing giveaways, now we're going to talk about pop culture, now we're going to talk about our website and what you can do with it, and it all gets mixed up. But the product the social media stuff can only go so far. It's like, I feel like you put the social media links where you need to put them, and you talk about the new features and new updates and new things that are coming out and related to what you're doing, and to support. And we share people that are involved. Like if you have users that are active and you share what they're doing, even if it's not directly related to your company, showing that support. I always like doing that. I always like supporting other people as that company, being like, that's really cool that this person's doing that or this or that, because it shows a sense of community, it shows a sense of support. I think a lot of people, whether they are social media managers or just people that use any of these sites, Google Plus is a big one, a lot of them are like I was saying before, they cry about who is interacting with their posts, but then they themselves might never really ever give support. They want people to support them, but they don't want to support anybody else.
That's how a lot of it is. People want all this interaction. They want all this amazing stuff to happen, but they're not willing to put in the work in the first place to get it.
Right.
That's like most things in life.
Yeah.
People want the best, but if you're not willing to put in the work, then you can't get the best.
It's true, and for instance, I made a post about a cause, and then someone posted a comment on that post about the cause to say. And I had reshared it. Someone had shared a post saying, "Oh, to us," and I had seen it. There's a lot of notifications. I don't always see stuff, but supposedly I was tagged in this other guy's cause, and I didn't reshare it, and most people didn't reshare it. For whatever reason, I don't remember it. I know if you know me, I'm good about resharing and supporting when I can. And this guy is like bitch festing on my post about, that's okay, you guys. I see how it is. You guys shared this one, but when I put up a good cause a couple of weeks ago, none of you, not even one of you, shared it or blah 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 blah.
You know what I have to say about that? Get over it to whoever that. I mean,
and that person and that person's not like 20, or that person is. This person is like gray hairing.
It's childish to act like that. To expect. Just because someone shares, what you said, you shared a cause and you didn't share theirs. Maybe you're not interested in it. I mean, you don't have to.
Right.
If you're not,
you don't owe anyone anything. I mean, there is a certain sense of friendship and camaraderie and doing that kind of thing. But again, and I'm all for sharing this guy's cause. I missed it, but this guy I've never seen him share. I've never seen him share almost anyone's stuff. He's just a bitcher. He's not even a productive person, this person. So, I mean, I don't know. Just people feel entitled, or they want to troll, or I don't know what they want.
There is a lot of entitlement. There is a lot of that. I mean, especially with people who have been on a platform for a long time, there tends to be a lot of entitlement, I was here from the beginning, so I should be getting all this attention, and I should be getting all these shares and whatnot, but doesn't work that way.
It doesn't, and it's crazy. Louis Hussey said so true. It's irritating when I think when begs or beginner, yeah, when people beg for +1s or subscribing, or if your work's good, people want to do it. Yeah, I agree. It's like, I get on YouTube videos, people, sometimes they overdo it. They'll be like, oh yeah, you see that button, hit subscribe, da-da-da-da. And I guess that's okay, or comment below. But the top guys do that. Like I guess if you're a top guy, it doesn't matter. But like that's what I like. Someone like Ray William Johnson, who doesn't even need to do that, but he'll still be like, "Hey viewers, hit the subscribe button." Ritualistically, and I guess that's all right. But I don't know. I mean, but begging for when people post they spam and oh please add me in your circles, or please reshare, or +1, or da 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 da. It gets ridiculous, and people want stuff to be interacted with. But you know what? You could have a post, and it could have a +2, 1 comment, and no reshares, and about 10 people could have read it, 100 people could have read it. You have no idea. It's not what. There's a lot of people that are passive. Do you think there are way more people that are passive?
Yeah, a lot of people are passive and won't actually, +1 or share something. That's I had a conversation with it was someone the other day, but basically, as far as say whenever I share a new post or whatever, if I only get a couple +1s or whatever, that doesn't mean it wasn't effective. If you actually on my a lot of the posts I share, I use a URL shortener and I get a ton of clicks. But I only get a few +1s or something. And that doesn't mean it wasn't effective. A lot more people clicked on the link than actually, interacted with the post. So yeah, there are a lot of people who are more passive and don't actually interact directly with the post here on Google+.
It is what it is. I mean, you're not going to you accept it for what it is, and I don't know. I love what's going on and what's going, and yeah. And as far as engagement going down, there are more people here. There's less time. There's more to see, and I do think that people can get burnt out, and they want to take a break. They don't. I mean, me and you, Mike, we've spent a lot of hours on the computer. A lot of us have. A lot of people we interact with, but since Google Plus, I would say it's fair to say that since July, I've spent a lot of time on the computer, but I've never spent as much time on the computer straight as I have since July, which sounds a little sad, but it's just my passion. It's what I'm passionate about, putting engaging content and making cool stuff, and yeah, for everything you do, there's going to be a bit of you and your brand and who you are, and whether you're selling something or not, everyone is a brand in a sense. Everyone has their own, what are you selling me? It's not that you're selling something, you're giving them what you believe or what you want to put up there. So 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're in the East Coast too, right, Mike? So
yeah.
Ohio. How close are you to Central Time? Very far away?
A state or two,
Indiana
or two from Central Time.
And you're basically outside. Where are you? I want to say Cleveland. No.
I'm outside of Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, I meant the other city.
Yeah, Cincinnati is down. If you look at Ohio, it's the bottom left.
It's closer to Pittsburgh. No.
No.
Not at all. I'm totally wrong.
Yeah, if you look at the state of Ohio, the bottom left corner is where Cincinnati is, and I'm 20, 30 miles north of Cincinnati.
What is the next, besides Cincinnati, what is the next closest biggest city?
Dayton isn't too far from here, and then after Dayton, then there's Columbus. Columbus is an hour and a half from me.
Right. What about biggest city outside of Ohio? What's the closest biggest city? In either Indiana, or is it, or
I'm not exactly sure.
You're closer to Indiana or Pennsylvania? Indiana, right?
Well, I'm about the same distance from Indiana as I am
from Pennsylvania. Oh, Kentucky. All right.
Oh yeah, Pennsylvania's all the way on the other side of where I am.
Okay. And Michigan is all the way north.
Yeah. If I wanted to go to Pennsylvania, I would have to drive pretty much all the way across Ohio to get there.
Yeah, I've done the drive from New York to Wisconsin, taken, was it 90 all the way?
Wow.
Yeah, you go through all of Pennsylvania, all of Ohio, all of Indiana, some of Illinois, up through Chicago, up through I think Milwaukee to Madison. I don't know, maybe.
You must really like cheese.
No, my brother went to school there, so
Oh.
I did it maybe once or twice. Yeah, it was long, but it was fun and all that jazz. But so what else you got going on for the rest of the weekend? Not much.
Not much. I tend to be pretty laid back on weekends. I don't do a lot of work. I try and stay, try and relax on the weekends.
Yeah. What about TV or movies? Have you? I do a show on Mondays. I started a Plussin show. Are you watching whether it's Netflix or live, or is there anything? Books, movie, TV, video games?
I watch some TV.
That's a new trend, right? Oh, I don't really watch TV. Like a lot of people say that. I'm like, I call.
Yeah, it's like part of this cool club thing. Oh yeah, I don't watch that much TV anymore, or I got rid of cable.
Yeah, but like TV, there are people that say they don't watch TV and then they watch TV on Netflix. I'm like, is that not watching TV?
Right.
Don't date those girls, Mike. Whatever you do. I tell you, they don't watch TV and then they're watching seasons of TV on Netflix.
Oh my God, Jersey Shore, new episode.
I don't know about that.
My God, yeah. Definitely don't.
I just gained 5 viewers because I said that.
Yeah, Jersey Shore.
No, maybe it was Jersey Shore, possibly. I see on your profile picture you got Facebook, Twitter, I guess it's the old G sign and then the G plus sign and then the blogger. It would be cool if you could hyperlink those, right?
That would be cool.
You're like, I was going for that, but did not happen. I see you're in one of your scrapbook pictures is you in your Muffin Hat next to a cute girl in a half hat. Is that someone you know or a friend or?
Oh yeah, I've been friends with her for years. That is Kate Buck Jr.
Wait, what?
Yes.
How could a girl be a junior? Her mother?
I never asked.
You never asked how you could be a female junior? Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Her mother must be Kate Buck, but I never heard of girls being juniors. Have you? All right. Interesting.
Honestly, I never even really thought about it until you said something.
You're like, that's so deep.
Yeah, I never thought about it.
And then I see you're at Social Media Reach. So that's a conference or a team, or what is that?
Social Media Reach?
Is that what it's called? I see a bunch of... You're in a picture with a blonde woman and a bunch of guys in shirts that say...
That was at Blog World 2010. Those guys are part of...
Is it Blog World New York?
Yeah, it wasn't Blog World New York. It was the year before they did the New York and LA. This one, Blog World 2010, was in Las Vegas.
Oh, and now, but isn't there like a permanent New York Blog World every year?
Yeah, they now have an East and a West. The Blog World New York is coming up in June, and then Blog World LA is like in November.
How does Blog World compare to like CES or South by Southwest? Is it comparable to those two?
It's like CES. CES is all about technology and new gadgets and stuff, so it's definitely nothing like that. Like it is a little bit of, I guess, South by Southwest as far as like social media and talks about that. But it's different from both of them. It's mainly just talk about social media and blogging. That's mainly the two big emphases. Emphasis?
Emphasize?
Emphasize? I don't know.
Emphasize, amplify. All right, yeah, I think I might actually be the one in June. I'm going to get in. I don't maybe through Lynette Young or someone else. I'm going to try to go to it because it's expensive.
I'm going to try and make it, but and two, if I do go, I'm not planning on actually attending any of the talks. I'm just getting like the expo pass.
Okay.
Mainly I get like conferences. I go for the networking. That's the biggest thing.
I get that these places have to make money, and as a filmmaker, these festivals, that's expensive. But even the festivals, for the most part, film festivals are even as expensive as they are. They're cheaper than the tech stuff. Like, it's crazy that these passes. Like, I think Blog World, I saw like one of the passes was like $400 or $500. Who has that kind of money, Mike? Is it worth that kind of money?
It's worth it. There's a lot of good stuff. I mean, I can't speak for every social media or blogging conference because I haven't been to them, but I know Blog World is worth it. There's a lot of really good talks.
Because Comic-Con itself is only like under $100 for a Comic-Con pass.
Yeah,
right?
but you got to think Comic-Con, the amount of people that attend every year is like many, 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 many times the amount that would attend like a social media or blogging conference.
I get that, but do you not think it's possible that more people would attend the blogging conference if it was Comic-Con prices?
Well, yeah, but
what?
Not necessarily as many.
I don't know. Hey, Louis Hussey says, I didn't see your bad grammar, but either way, Hunger Games, he said he loved it. I didn't see it. Did you see Hunger Games?
No, I did not.
So, that's something I'll probably want to see. I'll get to it. We'll see. I'll see. Yeah, I mean...
I did recently see a Safe House.
Oh, that was Ryan Reynolds?
And Ryan Reynolds, yeah. That was pretty good.
Are they both good guys, or one of them's a bad guy? Or is that a spoiler?
Well, one of them is supposed to be a bad guy, yeah.
Okay. It looked alright. I mean, Denzel makes a lot of those Ryan in between stuff. I mean, is it a movie you would want to see again?
If I was in the mood for like an action movie, probably, yeah. Why not?
So, and what about Hangout apps? Are you actually using some of the Hangout apps, or not really?
No, I haven't really even checked them out. I do think the SlideShare one's cool. That's cool for businesses and whatnot. But I haven't really checked out. Oh, and also this what is it, Cuckoo?
Yeah.
That looks interesting as well for business. But
I'll plug hangoutapps.com. You can find they seem to have like, it's a pain in the butt to add them. Like you have to like start a new Hangout to add each one, but someone else has them. You can add it from them, and I don't know. I muted myself for that sneeze.
Yeah, that was like perfect muting time.
Perfect. Yeah, you're like, why didn't he sneeze? I was able to capture. Just being a Hangout veteran. I'm looking at the Hangout apps. Oh, there's something called Mini Flight Simulator. I wonder if that's good. Fly a Flight Simulator in Hangouts. Does that sound cool?
I'm curious.
There's something called Monster Milk Truck.
Monster Milk Truck?
Basically what that is Monster Milk Truck lets you four-wheel over the earth in a milk truck. You have to change the level of your browser. A lot of these apps don't really work, or you need to have, what is that? I don't think I was able to do with my computer, the 3D thing with Google, or DL3D, or 3D, or you know what I'm talking about? Some setting on your browser.
OpenGL? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, is that, you need to have some kind of crazy video card for that, or?
I don't think so.
I couldn't get mine to work. Not sure exactly.
What kind of computer do you have?
I mean, it's a couple years old, but it's a Gateway, the Windows Vista. Everyone hates Vista, but
dual core or
I got quad core. I think isn't that good?
Yeah. How many gigs of RAM?
It was the DDR2, I think, and I think I had a few. I think I had like six maybe 6 or 8.
Yeah, I would think you'd be okay to play online games and stuff.
I could do it works for a lot of stuff, but I just have a lot of crap. I also have a hard external drive where I'm trying to move crap over there. I only have about 18 gigs free, although I usually take that down to 2 or 4, and then I move it over to the hard drive when it gets to be too much. But no one has. I invited a few people. I wonder how crazy. Oh, I can actually invite. I can actually invite public in here. That's new.
In the Hangout on there?
Yeah, I can do that. You can now invite public. That's interesting. Although
that must be new.
Yeah, but that would be risky, I think, right?
Well, if you plan on sharing the recording later, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be risky for that, but I don't know. It could be really interesting, though. I don't know. But the other thing too is, as the host, I don't have the ability to kick. So if I had an issue, it would be we'd have to. Although I think if the host blocks them, they appear blocked on the broadcast. You know.
I will say I love the Hangouts team. They're awesome and everything. But please give us the ability to kick people out of a room if we're I understand like the concept behind it of not wanting, not being able to kick people, but sometimes there's just some people you need to kick out of a room, and it's not necessarily as effective to just have everyone in the hangout block them. It would just be a lot easier just to, if you're the moderator, if you're the one who started it, to be able to kick them.
Yeah, it takes longer, but I just invited more people, so we'll see what happens. If anything happens from it.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. So have you ever used the recording, right? Record a message for a post. You did that once or twice, right?
Record straight from webcam? What you're talking about?
Yeah, on the Plus. Yeah. You did. Do you like that feature? Do you use it?
I've used it once or twice, but I prefer just to record through my webcam software on my computer, just because I can get higher quality video that way.
Right. Yeah, I only do it I do this thing, Tearing Through the Legends. Have you seen any of them? Have they hurt your ears?
No.
I'm sure I've shared them with you, but that's all right. I'm inviting Mike.
Talking about you singing to stuff.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I saw a few of those, and I was wanting to comment, like, Matt, are you okay?
I'm okay, yeah.
Because you posted, like, a few of them in a row.
Oh, I've been doing a lot, yeah. I've been trying to do a few of them a day, and sometimes one, and sometimes none, but it's just another way of entertainment, and so, look, I mean, I know I'm not the world's greatest singer. Based on those videos, maybe it's hard to think I could sing, but don't forget, like, when you watch me or anybody sing a song there's no way they're going to sound, even Daria, when she sang I Have Nothing, it's good, but it's not Whitney Houston. Like, nobody is going to sound as good as the original artist. So, but yeah, and the audio and all that, and I sing loud. So when you sing, when anyone's loud in a hangout, it's not pleasant on the ears. But if you're loud in like a concert hall or a stadium, it's a different story, unless, But anyway, I'm trying to be funny with it. My idea is to be more funny.
All I will say is I feel sorry for your neighbors.
No, it's fine. It's not that bad.
Although I've seen a lot worse performances on American Idol, so you're good.
Thanks. No, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, bottom line is that when I sing, I mean, I don't really miss notes, and it's not necessarily pretty, and I try some hard stuff, but it's not like, it's not like something like, oh my God, what the hell's going on, and I did some of I did sing some Broadway-ish type stuff, which hopefully sounded better. I don't know, you probably only listened to the ones that like.
I saw a couple, and I'm like, he's.
Oh, even those? All right. Well, what can I say? But plus Tearing Through the Legends, I actually made a page for it, because whenever I talk about something, I can only talk about it for too long, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. Let's see. 12 people have circled Tearing Through the Legends. Let me give you the link to it. I know. Yeah, they're not most of them are there. Probably ones that are missing, but there it is. And actually, I put up covers from Daria, Heather, and Ryan as well. They're mixed in there somewhere. Ryan's got I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. I Have Nothing for Daria. Johnny Cash for Ryan. Heather's Thriller's on there. Daria's Little Rickroll's on there mixed in. I had to get, did I get the Springsteen? Yeah, Dance to the Dark. Did you click on that link?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Why not? You're like, I will let it play out.
It's funny. I actually clicked on your profile picture because it had the play button. For some reason, I thought it was going to be a video. I don't know.
I know. I do that to trick people on purpose. Like,
late April Fools.
Right. Well, it's not April Fools. Probably not. If enough people get annoyed with it. Oh, cool. Louis subscribed to me on YouTube. Yay. Yay. Gonna get YouTube subscribers up the yin yang. 2 people watching. No way. Oh my God. It's fun. Now it's another aspect. And let's be honest, most people don't comment on YouTube videos, so the idea that they're going to comment live, you'll have more comment. You could have the most epic YouTube video and no one will ever comment ever. You could like go live and people will leave 2 or 3 comments. You now have more comments and more views than you ever did on that epic video. Like, what do you think about that, Mike? That's pretty crazy, right?
I mean, I haven't really checked out too many like YouTube live stuff, but
Right. I don't even know if this would be considered YouTube Live. It's like Hangout on YouTube Live.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not YouTube Live in the sense that your subscribers know about it.
Right. Well, actually, I wonder if it sends out that I'm live to subscribers. I don't really know if it does that.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me go to your
Yeah.
channel, subscribe, and see if it shows up in my subscriptions.
Hey, you should do that. Let me know. Let me hit feed. What it says on the feed. It says that there's a little live button with the red recording thing. It says I'm broadcasting. Well, it says no views, but people have viewed it. It's all... And actually, it's like my main YouTube account has...
Yes, it shows up in the subscriptions.
Cool. So I'm at... Yeah, I have... I mean, I do have close to 300 subscribers over here.
That's interesting. So basically, if you have Hangout on air, whenever you go live with a Hangout on air, your subscribers will get a notification saying that you are live.
Right.
So
that's
cool.
Yeah, and so basically, yeah, it is cool, and so that's why YouTube and Google Plus can overlap in a big way. This is still in the beginning, and I think they're gonna overlap more. I think, and more of the different elements.
So in a way, if you have Hangouts on air, then you kind of have YouTube Live as well.
Yeah, in a sense. Just don't have it the exact model, and and the feature is only feature. You're not gonna. I don't necessarily think. Like, if I go to YouTube.com, or YouTube, I mean, I've never tried that. I mean, that'd be awesome. I go to YouTube. I would have way more comments, I would think, but YouTube.com is loading slowly. Vic Condocha, if you're watching, hello. Bradley Horowitz, hello. Chichu, David Bennett, everyone, whoever. Oh, look at this test. Oh, so test looks like Lori Desautels as a test and it says was Lori scheduled? That's interesting. What is that? So does that mean that it's scheduled is what happens before you go live? Let's see. I think that's what it is. This live event will be in a few moments. All right, let me hit like. There you go. I just didn't start yet. Yay. New comments. What is that going to show me? Oh, just my thing. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think everyone something like this, and I think that it'll make a lot of people will use it. I think. I mean, just to push their channels, and I don't know if there's a live type thing. You know what's interesting, Mike, is that I have my movie. And I could put it on YouTube and then screen share it and show like live showings of my YouTube version of my movie. I don't know how well it would play, but why would people want to watch it that way?
Yeah, I actually had a conversation with I was in a hangout like a week or so ago with Mari Smith, who's a Facebook marketing expert and whatnot, and she was wanting to show a replay of a webinar through Hangouts because she has Hangout on air and wanted to show that replay the webinar and Hangout, but the issue is like number one, the frame rate of the screen share, it's horrible. It's really choppy, so the video wouldn't come through well. And also, you'd have to figure out how to import the audio and have the audio work well, not be like all distorted and whatnot. But I mean, you could get it to work.
So do you think that the way iTunes has podcasts, do you think Google Play is going to take these YouTube like on air and say, hey, would you like a Google Play page and put them on Google Play or like as video podcasts like iTunes has, or no?
I don't really know enough about Google Play.
Because I was thinking about iTunes, and obviously they won't because it's Apple. So why would they?
I've never even I've never got anything from iTunes before, so.
Right, but it was an idea. If they would do something like that, it would be interesting. Motivus Jones, hello, Motivus Jones. Is it Motivus? I want to say it's Motivus, but it could be Motavis, Motavis. You say Manavis. Jane Ellen might be watching. I invited Maestro. Eileen Young or Dolly Young and Steve McVicker, who I don't know that well.
Yeah, as far as doing like actual live shows, the worst days you could do those is on a weekend or on Friday night, because there's just not that many people out and about.
Yes or no? It'll be interesting to see. I wonder if it shows up in my video manager yet. Probably not just yet, because it takes time because it's still going. Yeah, not yet. But it's interesting though. Like people are much more willing to interact with something that's live than recorded, right? You think?
Well, yeah.
And that's because it's live. So like saying people's names, and it's like if you're watching something live and they say your name, you're like, what? Like it's kind of a little surreal for some and cool. Unless we're talking about Skull, it's like, yeah, who cares? Like he's like, everyone says my name.
Mo Tavis.
I don't know. I feel adventurous. I feel like going public, but what if I do your circles? No, I don't even know who's in my circles anymore.
What if you do my circles? Is that what you said?
That'll be my next movie. Matt does your circles. Twice. 2 times. Yeah. I mean, the idea that, so as far as real celebrities, like, I mean, like, you know, actors, singers, as far as they go, I mean, obviously, like, Felicia Day and what we did, they kind of do their own thing, I think, but, like, they're more likely to be online when you send them a hangout request with 50 million other people, but they'll also ignore the crap out of it, so, but, I mean, who do you think, is there anyone out there you think that just does random hangouts as a celebrity? I don't think so, right? There's no random, everything's planned, promoted. They'll do private hangouts, but no,
it depends on, like, Steve Ward.
Yeah, but
I'm a celebrity.
He does. Right, I thought about that too,
but that's the only person I can think of.
Right. But he doesn't even do a ton of them.
You see what Mo Tavis posted in the comments?
Uh-oh.
imdb.com/MattDoesYourCircles.
Nice! Already a movie. I have an IMDb page. Did you link me to that? Great. Life is good.
I love the 404 on IMDb. Where's the page, Lebowski? Where's the page?
Nice. The Hangout show is hanging out with no one. I don't even know who runs the Hangout show, do you?
No, but I have Hangout Canopy, and I see it just about every day.
Yeah, they're like nonstop on there. I could hang out from my conversations page that's on there, but that seems to get messed up. I see Elaine Lindsay's hanging out with FP. And people are like, what's going on? What are you talking about? We have extensions that show us hangouts, although you can see them on the side. I see the Mets won again. Great. Lovely. Everyone cares about that. Baseball's back. Yeah, I mean, Mike, do you think, like, I mean, I have a decent amount of people following me, but if I had, like, 100,000, I had 500,000, if I had 1 million, if I had 2 million, well, 2 million. I mean, do you think that if you have, what number of, I know follower count is overrated, but what follower count would you say around would someone have to always have, no matter what time of day they went live, they would get like a crazy killing audience? Is there a number, or it's really doesn't? There is no number. It would be, you could have like 2 million and still have 0 people watching.
Yeah, there's not necessarily a number. It all comes down to how much, you know, how engaged your audience is with you. I mean, you could have, there could be someone who has like 500 people circling them and gets interaction all the time. It just depends on how much you actually interact with them. And actually pump out consistent type stuff where you interact with them as well. I mean, there's no like specific number.
Right.
Because I've seen people with 50, 100,000 or more, and they get barely any interaction. So I mean, it all really depends. There's no like specific number.
Yeah, it's there. Let's say I have around like 44K, and so there are people that have 1 million plus that will do a live hangout, and our numbers are comparable to who's watching. So yeah. It's like, it's just because there's a core group of people that's what it is, I think.
Yeah, a lot of it's consistency, and a lot of it is, actually interacting with people, and not just constantly pushing something out and expecting people just to digest it, and you not, like get involved with conversation at all.
Right. And I think so. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So this branding idea. So there are people that will curate their page and they'll be active, but every post is really decorated, stylized, thought out in a sense, that's branded versus someone that it's like, all right, if someone's gonna post, they're like if you take Daria or something like that, that every time they post, their post is very specific. She bolds things. She, you know what I'm talking about? Italicizes and signs it and like a letter and very stylized. Whereas someone like me, I will not. I will post. I never post. If I reshare, I always put text with it. But sometimes it's very it's formal. A lot of times it's informal. I will cross out. I will bold. I will italicize. I will definitely tag. I will do whatever I want, and try to be engaging. And I do less TLDR. I mean, occasionally I'll do that. But I mean, it's what works for someone. But what do you think? Do you think that one works better than the other, or it really is just about the person?
I think it's good to use bold and I think it's good to bold and italicize text where you can. There are some people that overdo it. Don't overdo it, but bolding and italicizing really brings attention to the post.
In the stream, yeah.
Yeah, it really does. I try and bold or at least italicize one or the other or both in every single post I do because it simply does bring more attention. But the trick is to not overdo it. Because there's a lot of people that overdo it, and when you overdo it, it just looks tacky. It looks like shit.
Yeah. Kind of like Mike Searle, speaking of overdoing it.
Speaking of overdoing it.
Wait, did you notice? Not only do we have double the mic, we have 3 M's in here. The M and M and M.
Oh,
Matt, Mike, and Mike. Oh, it's like the Mike and Mike show with the Matt. Nice. So, have you actually just been watching, or you just kind of jumped in?
This hangout for 4 hours.
4 hours behind us.
We've only been doing this for 7 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah, this is the telethon.
I know. The invite that I used to get in here was the 16th invite you sent me.
Only 16? Nice.
No,
because you don't send me invites over and over again, Mike Searle.
We've only been doing this a little over an hour. This is on air, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we're ready. Come in. Come in. Dolly wants to come in. Is she prefer Eileen or Dolly?
I think I've always called her Dolly.
That's her name, right, Eileen?
Dolly from Scotland?
Yeah, Dolly.
Yeah, she's coming in here.
I think she uses
we need some female presence.
I think she uses Eileen as a stage name for her work. But I think her.
And when she wants to sing Midnight Taxi Runners, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. So. That's what I use when I sing.
So Mike, you just joined. You weren't actually watching. You were just kind of you clicked on.
I joined. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see what Matthew and Mike are up to because clearly they're still hanging out. So they must have run out of ideas and people to invite.
Right.
Hey, I can't invite anyone. It's all Matt's fault.
Right. Actually, you could technically. Hey.
Did you send a hangout on air? Hello, I'm fine. This is Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Cool.
We're having a bit of banter tonight, so and also getting them interested in hangouts, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Having someone else that's Scottish that's actually hanging out.
You're the only one right now.
I know. Well, there's Andy Stewart as well, but.
Andy Stewart. You're on YouTube now too. We're live on YouTube. Isn't that awesome?
We're live streaming.
Live from New York and Scotland.
And
picking his nose. Mike's picking his nose.
Saturday Night Live, but not quite the one that everyone knows.
Do what?
Did you buy it for
you? I think we're the only ones that actually are Saturday Night Live.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine. You're great. Nice. Drinking the wine. I'll be drinking wine in a couple hours.
Indeed, we're on the cava tonight. Num num.
I will be drinking either a Zinfandel or Pinot something.
Or Zima?
Grigio, probably.
Kazima sucks.
Grigio is much better.
No, wait. We can't say that in Hangout.
Zima, does Zima even exist anymore? I think we can. I think the rules aren't as strict as you think they are, Mike Cyril. I've learned that the hard way, but my first hangout, I was like, oh, you can't say that! No, you can't do that! And then you're like, oh, Chi-Chi has a Coke? Alright.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue, like mentioning a name. Like, seriously, why would a company go after you for mentioning their product and something that's live where all these people can see it?
Maybe if you said it in a blatantly derogatory way.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Then, but I think if you just said, I'm
Or
going
if
to
you claimed you made Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
If you went on a rant, like an hour rant about how Coca-Cola is awful, even then they wouldn't care. They'd be like, all right, we know it's not.
Which is very yummy and tasty, and we love it.
I
If you want to send us
There's
free
a
stuff,
fight.
Could do with free
Speaking of
stuff.
that, if Starbucks is listening,
I was thinking Starbucks,
use more
yeah.
coffee.
Send us free drink slips.
True story, man. Cool story.
How many Starbucks are...
If Tesco's is listening,
I know. We are totally promoting your cat.
No,
Screw everything else that we were talking about in this Hangout on Air. Now we're just going to talk about stuff that we want for free.
What? Great. Please send me a pinball machine, Atari.
Games
Send me all your
Workshop
pinball
is
machines.
listening.
I want a brand new Mercedes.
If Games Workshop happens to be listening, I would like some free
Yes,
models.
he would like these models, which is Games Workshop and this.
Oh, that's cool.
Lovely.
Yeah, he just painted that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
probably just smudged all
Really?
your paint.
No, it's okay. It'll be
Oh
dry.
no, okay.
Light and stuff.
Oh, painty. Yeah, scary bit.
What is that? Tell us about that.
It's Warhammer.
Warhammer. It's
A game that you
yeah.
can play a kind of war game.
It's a tabletop. War game. It's played by measuring out distances and rolling dice to determine shots and close combat attacks.
It's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, pretty
Right,
much.
that's
It's a less linear version of Dungeons and Dragons.
Did you guys see? So Will Wheaton put out this tabletop game show. I watched it. Did you guys see?
Yeah, I watched that. That was kind of interesting.
I watched.
No?
Yeah, I
Can
don't
you
know.
link me up, please?
Yeah. I will in a second. But literally, he was. They sat around and played this game where you could be like an orc or an elf, and you all like. I forgot what it was called, Small World or something.
Yeah, speaking of which,
Well,
Will,
we have
if you're
Warhammer.
watching this, I will totally hook you up if you want to play a game of like Snakes and Ladders.
Nice.
I'm a hookoo
Well,
up.
Will Wheaton, I would invite you in here, but if I invite you in here, you'll be like, y'all just add me to that list of people that I'm probably already on. Invites me too much, bothers me too much.
Blah.
You know, do you think they have to, right? Someone like Will Wheaton or Felicia Day has to have like a list of people. They just like move them to a list of people that annoy the hell out of them, right? Just like drag them over or not.
I have my lists where like I'll add specific lists to Hangouts like constantly. I know they want to chat to me like, and they don't mind what, you know, how many Hangouts I add them to, and people know that I want to go into Hangouts anyway, so they invite me to every Hangout that they have kind of more publicly than just between two people. I've kind of made that kind of niche for myself. I like the Hangouts, so I don't care who I meet that's new. So it's kind of nice. People introduce me to new people who's fresh on Google Plus, which is cool. I get that. I like that. Probably not a good idea to do it while I'm on the Cava.
That's fine. You're still wearing clothes, so it's all good.
Yeah,
Awesome. That's good because my best friend's here. Not my husband. He's upstairs.
Oh, okay.
On Hangouts have been mistaken for the husband.
Oh,
Mhm.
is it? So did you guys, best friends, did you know each other before she knew the husband, or?
No.
No.
Oh.
Her husband is also.
Also best
best
friends.
It's a
Yeah.
mutual best friend? type of
Yeah.
deal?
I did not know you were married, so.
Oh, Mike just got upset.
Yeah, he just got.
Yes, I am
Yeah.
devastated now.
Mike has to change his fantastic.
You just burst his bubble.
Anyway, Matthew, I'm planning
Mike
to
now has
do
to
it
replace your
anyway,
face with like Bill
I
O'Reilly.
was just about to travel to Scotland too, so.
Well,
no.
there's gonna be a Hurl
Sad
Scotland,
days.
right?
Yeah. I'll
Yes,
just have to
there's going
find
to be
somewhere else
Hurl.
now.
There's going to be Hurl Edinburgh, which is going to be July 2012, 12th to the 15th.
2020.
Yeah.
20. No, it's going to be this year, 12th of July, sorry.
Yeah.
12th
Oh
of
my
July.
god, that's like
to
that'll
the
be
15th
like.
of
Oh wait, July 12th was basically close to the beginning of Google Plus.
I will
I
be
That'll
know,
be like-
right? But Steve's going to be there.
wearing a kilt.
I know,
Oh,
he's going to be
nice.
kilting it up.
So talk to us about a kilt. So does anyone ever wear underwear or no? It's totally balls.
I wear underwear
balls.
because it's frozen.
Yeah, it's pretty
even in
cool.
July.
Yeah, it's still coldish.
Oh, it's Scotland.
Yeah.
It depends. It depends really, because we do.
It is
we are
summer,
actually,
right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
in,
it's
no, we're
summer,
springtime
but
now.
we have all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, we
like-
I did a couple back on Monday morning. Well,
Tuesday.
Tuesday we had snow, rain,
And beautiful sunshine.
beautiful sunlight to up to 20 degrees, and then it was snowing again.
Do women wear the kilts or something form of the
No,
kilt?
no.
Well, there is
Well,
a
yeah, you
kilt,
get
but
the-
we don't
it's
do
more
it.
the plaid skirt in it.
Yeah. There is
Because-
a plaid skirt that you can get to the floor.
If-
But
If guys and girls were both wearing that kind of thing without underwear, it would be an equal playing field. Is what I'm saying.
indeed.
Now this is just getting awkward, man.
Yeah.
Mike, you're Irish. You wouldn't understand.
Actually, I'm more Scottish than I
Oh,
am.
all right. Well, then you should
But,
understand.
yeah.
This is just more becoming into like some kind of tartan peep show.
I know.
I don't know. I've never been there for that. I've only been to New Orleans, where it's just like, here's a bead, take your shirt off, right?
Yeah. Did you take your
Well-
shirt off while you were there, Matthew?
All the time.
Yeah.
No beads.
I've got to say, we go out quite regularly with the guys in kilts.
We
So,
do like to wear a kilt.
Like, when we dress up, the guys go in kilts if you're properly dressing up. But suits are acceptable, but that's just because they're modern kind of guys.
Yeah, well, basically, we're not. The national dress is still a kilt, but it's not. Nowadays, to do with like. Is it really
You
political
don't-
correctness? Is it not?
Well, you don't
not
need
really.
to have the like Bonnie Prince Charlie and all
You're,
sorts.
it's not as socially acceptable to wear a kilt in public anymore.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of.
That sucks.
I mean, it's not. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's more the fact is like if you see someone in a kilt, it's more of like a kind of curio. It's like there's somebody in a kilt. Why is he out in a kilt? It must be something. I don't know.
Must be a wedding.
A wedding.
Because it's weddings
or a
are
funeral.
traditionally.
Weddings are kilt.
Well, no, not really funerals.
I,
No?
I
They're
wore,
more
I wore my
suits,
kilt.
actually.
I wore
Yeah.
the kilt to the.
Your papas.
No, I wore my suit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't. You can get
Yeah,
away
you
with
don't really
a grey,
do.
a dark grey, or a black dress kilt
Oh.
to the funerals.
Yeah, but
But it's
not
more brightly coloured ones.
for weddings.
Did they wear kilts into battle?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally. That's
But it's not
dress.
the ones that we have are basically belted round the waist. But the kilts that went into battle were basically tartan. It was just a massive bit of tartan cloth. It went round the bottom like the kilt, and then it came over the shoulder, and then it was basically like that's where a brooch initially came from. Was basically
yeah.
it was to hold
The
kilt all together.
plaid over the top.
Yeah.
But also you would take that the brooch off and you would use that for sleeping over.
Yeah.
You know, you would have that
You
over
basically
you when you
pulled it all
slept.
over you.
But that's why kind of the Scots used it as part of their
Yeah.
battle wear.
Basically, there was no, even when we fought the English, there was no actual armour of any kind. It was basically we ran at them with skirts on.
Yeah. So they were like, oh, you guys
freedom.
are crazy. Oh, so Braveheart. So better film in Scotland. Do you guys is it Braveheart or Trainspotting? Like, is it? Can you compare those? Which is the better? Which film
Trainspotting's more accurate.
More accurate.
is more accurate? Okay.
But only for certain parts of Edinburgh.
Um,
Edinburgh is beautiful, and you have some really, really nice places. Oh, give me a second.
Yeah.
Has come in.
Is that
Say
your
hi, because we're
husband?
on air.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
She's going to see you.
Oh God, it's something
What?
about.
Oh my word.
It's a boob explosion.
Big explode hug version.
No,
Really
Jack,
fast.
it's not everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Is that another friend, or is
Yes.
Yeah. She was upstairs with my hubby and
Oh, yeah.
our other best friend, Jamie.
Wow. You guys
So
are
lots of
swingers
things.
over there. Wow, that's nice.
No way!
I was trying to refrain from saying anything.
Oh, man.
In America though, that's how we're supposed to be this free country. This whole like puritanical BS that happens, like the husband with a woman and then a woman that's not the husband, and they're in, it's crazy. Crazy talk, I guess. Did they get muted? What?
Yeah.
Is she telling him secrets?
She's saying that they're muted.
No,
Let's
she's
just do like a voiceover with her saying.
trying to explain what's going on.
That Matthew guy, he is so hot.
Yeah.
So hot. If he was my husband, I'd have to not live in Scotland anymore. But this guy over here, I wish that Mike Searle had a mustache like I had. I wish I had Mike Searle's mustache. I don't know why. I wish this chick would get her hand off my face. I don't. Why? Oh my God! I reached across and felt.
I wish I had Mike's mustache.
Exactly.
But really, then, who doesn't?
Cool story, bro. Cool story.
Bro. Well, Tim Clary and Aaron Wood, I think they're pretty sad.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Mike wishes he had my beard.
What beard?
It's a bit fuzzy.
It's my fuzzy beard.
It's like
Can you hear that scratch?
patchy. So now that you're here, female perspective, because there are women that say, "Oh, I love the hair, I love this," but from my experience, when I'm intimate with a woman and there's hair on my face, they hate that. So what do you say?
If you're gonna
Say it. She's like, how do I say it?
We're having this conversation.
Say it.
If you are shaving it, make sure it's very shaved, like properly shaved close in, because no one likes that
It's a bit tickly.
ouchy, scratchy, sandboard feeling.
Yeah, but
See, but I can't help it because I shave and then like a day later it's like back.
You're actually, Steve's beardy bits are like
I
seriously.
wish she would stop touching my face.
he's like, I can't control what's happening.
just like stroking my...
It's enjoyable. Don't touch the hair on her face. What? Who's that?
It has no face. Fear.
You have
Fear.
no face.
No, I know you
There's no
don't.
fear.
I was.
I'm gonna ping you to stop.
Oh. No, but I mean, like, you're like people get used to it, I guess. But like, when you were first dating your wife, was there issues with like cutting her, like her too, like it feels like? Am I the only one that's experienced this? This is just me.
No, I had someone mention
Everyone else, I never found the
I
right
need
girl.
to help you with a script for starters, but
Yeah, I got a script going on.
no,
You should have written this down
my
before we
wife,
started this conversation.
True
my
story.
wife
It's recorded, by the way.
does complain, like, if I've just recently trimmed my beard and it's short, it's pretty prickly, and she'll sometimes comment on it when we're doing stuff, and so
How many innuendos?
yeah, you can
Innuendos.
insert however many innuendos you want into that, but
Picking berries
More
together.
yeah, but when it gets a little longer, it's pretty soft, or or it's not prickly, but it's very rough if I keep it short.
Mine's just really wiry when it gets long.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say, but then he got all like,
Yeah,
"You're
I don't
touching
think that's what
my
we're
face."
trying to say at all.
I don't
But,
like people stroking my face.
That's what I was trying to say, was his hair is very wiry, and like proper, his hair up here is all wiry as well.
Yeah.
'Cause I was doing a beauty video.
I'm in one of the beauty videos apparently.
Nice.
Yeah, I do beauty
Because I'm
vlogs
that
and stuff,
sexy.
and I was doing wax that day. Yeah, wax is for the hair, and his hair is like once he wakes up, it is like in one way, and it will stay that same way the entire day.
It moves as one unit.
Yeah, it's like the thickest hair. Dear God, what have you done to your genetics?
It's just
Yeah,
there.
it's just
I'll never
there.
go bald.
And
That's good. You should
I
not
hope I don't go bald. If I go bald, I'll be quite depressed. I managed to lose all my hair.
Yeah, I have super thick hair too. Like my grandpa, he's almost 80, and he just a few years ago he just started losing like part of his hair.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My grandfather, my grandfather just died recently. He was like 83, and he still had like perfect hair. It was like the perfect, like it was like mine. In fact, it was more than mine.
Yeah.
It had like more of a like I've got. People think I have a receding hairline. I just have a massive forehead.
Yeah.
he really does have an enormous
I do have a
head.
huge head.
Look, right?
So I married an axe murderer. Heath, move. You've seen that movie, right?
No, you don't. Your head's huge.
Never seen that?
My head's not huge. It's tiny. Look.
Uh-oh.
See? Camera.
You do have a small head.
Nice.
Well,
Picking the nose.
Maybe.
Nice. Yes.
Or maybe they both have big heads, but one of them is extra big.
Mine's is just ginormous.
Ginormous.
He is actually known for being.
In fairness.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. Wow, I thought you were gonna complete that sentence.
For being ginormous?
No, yeah, exactly. For having a big head.
My driving license photo, my head doesn't fit in the picture.
That looks like a cartoon. Mike, that looks like one of your drawings, Mike.
It kind of does.
Why are you covering it up?
Because it's your personal information.
It's alright.
Sorry.
Nobody.
The camera didn't zoom.
The camera adds 10 pounds to your.
There's like more head than there is.
We put it. It wasn't in focus enough for us to read any of that information.
Yeah.
Okay. It
Yeah,
doesn't
we can
even
just see
look
your
like
face.
a though.
But basically,
See?
the
Is that a photograph?
And
Yeah, it is.
Weird. Yeah, you're
basically,
staged in that picture.
the joke is
now, you kind of in the picture.
Is
You're
that-
a little bit green in the picture. Are you actually the Hulk?
Yeah, are you?
Yes, I am.
Do you have like gangrene or? What is
They're
that?
all actually. Oh no! They're all.
Oh my God, glasses coming off.
Wow.
You got my
Hi.
glasses. You got my glasses. You got it good.
All of a sudden, I'm reminded of that
Fine.
meme from a couple of days ago of
Bottom.
girls picking out glasses.
Wow.
Go grab
Can you
my bag.
back it up, Mike? Because right now all I can think about is this is all foreplay. So.
I missed that.
That's
Oh
all right.
God.
It
It's
happens.
all gone wrong.
No, we're doing it right. Mike is all like enamored. Mike Stinger's like, whoa. What is it? What are
I'm
you?
not interested in
No,
Dolly
no,
anymore.
Mike Stinger. Where's your other?
Mike, you're always interesting, Mike.
No, I was saying I'm no longer interested in Dolly because she's married. I didn't
Oh, you're done.
married, so.
I was gonna, Mike. Mike, sir, what's your name? I'll put you because I will the YouTube comments now with their not just Google Plus Hangout comments, but
Yeah.
is it Mike Searle or that won't link to anything?
It's not. I will get it for you because I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Really? You don't remember your YouTube handle?
I don't do a lot with YouTube, but it's an.
It's a good thing you're not an
You know,
artist.
it's funny you bring it up because I was talking about it with somebody the other day, and I was saying that it's annoying that you can't. There's no way to change your username.
You have to. Well,
You can change your channel name,
wait.
but I created my YouTube account years before I ever created a Gmail account. And so when I finally decided to link the two of them together, I have this old username that has no connection to the way I'm currently trying to brand myself, you know, which is annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying.
Anyway.
Yeah, I constantly forget about the Just Beautifully doll account, which is my other username, because I'm doing most of my beauty stuff through Hangouts. I've been contacting particular people and doing the Hangouts.
Mhm.
Although if I manage to get like Hangouts on air would do things a whole lot like easier for me. For example, I got a whole load of eyelashes from a company called justbeautifully.co.uk. They send me items to blog about and vlog about, and if I can hang out and talk about these things, then they're super happy to send me more stuff.
Yeah.
So for example, right now they are currently, that camera is balanced on 4 pairs of new Katy Perry eyelashes that they sent a couple days ago. So I'm going to be doing like hangouts where I'm going to teach people how to put fake eyelashes on and things like that. You know, the tips and tricks of putting eyelashes on. Little things like that. That I think there is a base on Google Plus that people will be interested in learning these, you know, the little tricks. So yeah, I've heard that Amanda Blaine, she does beauty hangouts.
What?
Which you're going what?
She does, like, you're saying she's doing on-air beauty hangouts?
I don't know if they're on air, but I've been told that she does beauty hangouts, not particularly on air.
Okay.
But the on-airness might help me out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she does like beauty hangouts.
Would it be more interesting to teach people how to speak with a Scottish accent?
It might be more interesting, but
It might be more I can't. It sounds too British. I can't do it.
Now here's
that
here's
was English.
I know. I said it's British. I sound too British.
Just in relation to hangouts on air, something I'm trying to figure out. If you do not actually start broadcasting, can you still record?
They had that, and this new way just got rid of it. But I think they're going to bring that back in a different way. So I'm not Google. That was my Amanda Blaine when she goes, whoa! Not that I hung out with her lately, but anyway. Speaking of Blaine.
I like Amanda.
Oh, I like her pretty well. Okay.
Who wants to make me food? Because I'm hungry.
I want to make you
I'm
food.
sorry. Steve's away to go and find me Kava.
Hello.
Oh, he's back.
He's back with more wine.
Yeah.
So is the goal to drink enough wine so you can go to sleep? Is that
Sugar muffins.
Yes, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I've got really bad hay fever at the moment,
Oh,
so
no.
like anything that will.
What? Wait, wine? Wait, isn't it? What is it? Wine?
Oh, no.
Oh wait. Oh, wine before beer. You're in the clear.
Can't
right?
hear you. You know.
Just a second.
Oh, right, Mike.
No,
It's
that one.
Wait,
No.
so you drink Budweiser? You
Yeah.
like Budweiser?
No. What are you talking about, Budweiser, Mike? I'm not too sure.
He just showed a Budweiser.
No, he didn't.
He did indeed.
You're a lie. No, he didn't. No, I don't see anything. Nothing. You can
Oh,
show it, I guess. I was kidding. It doesn't matter.
What?
Sorry. Let's go.
No, I don't even know if it matters, really, because...
Just pop the Kava. Dear God.
Dear God, man, do it!
We have a new one.
Dear God! Oh.
She doesn't care about like that.
I don't care.
Now I have a quick question. What
About
do
Scotty on Star Trek? Okay.
I have a quick question. What do Scots think about Guinness? Do you guys like it like the Irish do, or?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
not even wearing my Guinness t-shirt.
It's good.
I am, like, 2 generations back, I'm Irish, so...
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm 3 generations.
Everybody's an
Irish, so.
ish. Well, at
Yeah.
one point was Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Scotland all kind of one thing in the old ancient days? Or
We
Scotland
kind of...
is Irish.
back in like the
They moved.
1200s, or...
That's why the Gaelic's so similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaelic language is pretty similar.
Gaelic. You say Gaelic, I say Gaelic.
Yeah,
All I know is Pope Mahone. That was it. That's it.
Well,
That's all.
kissed my
Yeah, exactly.
backside. But
I will if you want, but no, I can't do it through the computer.
unfortunately, Stu's the only
Well,
one
that's
that can
terrible.
do that right now, and he's not going to do that because he would get a round kick to the face.
that would be funny though to watch.
Mm.
He can do it with your clothes on. That'd be.
So, no. I've seen plenty of his backside today. He's not got a belt on. Seriously. Oh no!
Are you saying you've seen his jig and big twig and berries? What do you say over there? I don't know Austin Powers.
Oh no. No, you don't want to know. He's being rather rude.
Listen, when you guys get drunk over there, you take off all your clothes and dance around, and you're killed.
That's what I've always heard.
Right?
Wow.
What does it matter? It's just skin.
It is just skin,
I'm
but
currently
it's
feeling a
skin
leg
that
trying to
is,
find it.
it's skin that's mine. That
What's happened?
Steve's not going anywhere near.
What?
No, but no, we're not talking about near. Oh, we talked. Are you gonna kiss her butt or what? Like physically?
No.
God no.
No. I think Kai would be quite unhappy about this.
Yes. Kai is currently upstairs.
People are on YouTube and they're begging for it. No, I don't.
No, it's
They're
all
practically-
good. We're not gonna do that.
That's alright. You don't have to.
Steve is my best friend. He's like my brother.
Well, it's not a sexual thing, kissing ass. We're not talking in a sexual. We're talking about in a funny, haha, I take that literally kind of thing.
Kiss my ass.
Poke my home.
Yep.
That's all I know. And what do you, like I said, like the J, I was a waiter and there were Irish J ones and they always say, what do you like? Which basically meant, you're a freak.
Yeah, what are you like? What are you like? That's a typical Scottish saying as
Furry
well.
boots.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That means something naughty, doesn't it?
What?
Like,
No, over here as well, if you ask someone, what are you like? That's you're kind of
weird.
weird.
You're mental.
Yeah,
You're mental.
exactly. Yeah, you're
You
mental.
also have the Aberdonian phrase of furry
Yeah,
boots.
although, yeah, I always figure that when they go, what do you like? But they say it in such a sweet, delightful way over here, but they mean like you're crazy. Yeah, I get it. Pretty simple to figure
but
out.
you don't mean it in a really nasty way.
Yeah, and then when you say thanks a million, like once would be enough. I don't need a thanks a million. Like that's a
Yeah,
thing
but
the Irish say.
that's sarcastic when you say that.
It depends.
A million.
No, if you say it like that, but if you say thanks a million, like no, sometimes they say it sincerely. No, you ever heard it?
Yeah, occasionally it's sincerely, but it's occasionally.
I
It's
will
not
just say,
something
like,
that's
thanks a
negative.
bunch. You know? Thanks a
Thanks a million.
bunch.
I think that's because
No,
you're in the
I think
Midwest,
that's
but
just
I would just say
remember.
thanks.
Yeah.
From in America, do they still have Bud Light?
We have all beer, yeah.
Yes, we have
No,
Bud
but
Light,
do they
but
still have Bud Light?
the funny thing about Bud Light and Budweiser in America is as us Americans, when we think about Bud Light or Budweiser, we think about rednecks, which rednecks are people that
Really?
grow up in the South. And
That's more for Pat's Blue Ribbon Old Milwaukee than Bud, right?
no,
Natty Light.
Natty
Come on, no beers that no one's ever, no one drinks.
No, it's not Bud Light.
Budweiser.
It's just Budweiser, but when I was over in Florida, I used
They
to
taste
drink
the
Bud
same.
Light all the time.
Bud Light and Budweiser are not. Let's be honest, they're both watered down. So
They're what?
they're both watered down beers. I
Oh,
think.
yeah. Well,
They are like a half pint in a bottle. I mean,
Well,
here.
essentially,
Did you ever drink a
Normally-
Skull Splitter? That is freaking ridiculous.
well, see over here, you just call it beer.
Oh,
yeah.
Budweiser, Coors and stuff like that isn't beer over here. It's lager.
no.
Which
Which is probably the same here too. Here we just don't make distinct. We just like ale, lager, beer, dark, bitter. It's all
yeah.
the same.
Well,
It's all
basically,
beer.
anything
all
over here is
beer.
like we have Bellhaven.
unless you're a connoisseur. If you're an aficionado in
I'm an aficionado of
you
beer.
know.
See what now?
I
No,
do love
We
beer.
do a lot of beer. There's true. Like, even this town has a refinery. I mean,
I see-
seriously. We make whiskey here and beer.
Yeah.
The town is constantly smelling of hops.
I have vodka up here as well.
See, I'm not a big beer drinker, but I love a good stout.
Oh,
That's what I heard about you.
Guinness is a good stuff.
Get out with your stout.
Yeah.
Guinness? Yeah, but how many get? I mean, some people can drink a lot of Guinness, but it gets heavy quickly.
If you
I
drink
like-
lots of
I
Guinness,
like-
you actually gain weight.
I like a
due to the
drink
fat in
that's a little bit meaty. It's got some weight to it.
Yeah, but do you want to have to poop after like 3 or 4 of them? I mean,
Maybe.
all right.
it. Maybe it's a reason you.
I do have to go soon. I have to go eat some.
You have to
poopy food.
poop?
I have to poop, and I have to eat some more matzah.
Are you going to do them simultaneously?
I hope so. I hope to. I hope so. But no, I appreciate everyone joining me. Does anybody have any last amazing things to contribute before we
Amazing
say
thing.
goodbye?
We'll get some Bud.
Wow.
I'll be drinking some wine. We'll have some wine.
Cava. Go and
It's
get
like
some
Now,
cava.
where are
Although
you
won't get
going,
it.
man?
I'm going not too far away. We're having a dinner Seder, the Jew thing.
Yeah.
We're doing we'll be eating matzah and brisket actually, which hopefully will taste good.
Brisket is awesome.
We'll,
I like brisket.
yeah, hopefully it'll be good if there's some brisket. Yeah, you're supposed to drink 4 cups of wine. In the middle, like you have to read about how the Israelites escaped Egypt, and people drink sips, not cups. I would. Yeah, the real.
Do you also have like lutefisk?
What did you just say, Lutefisk?
Yeah, the like.
Oh, you're talking about the fish? That's like.
Yeah.
You mean like gefilte fish?
Yeah, gefilte fish.
Oh yeah, that's there. That's the matzo ball soup and the gefilte fish. Yeah,
Matzo ball soup's amazing.
Oh, you like that? Yeah. Everyone loves matzo ball. Can you get matzo ball soup in Scotland?
No, it's when I was over in the States.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's
I was over in Florida.
You could have matzo ball soup and matzo browse, matzo and eggs. You could have that daily, but this is actually the holiday when it was created for.
See,
right now.
we do have Jewish people over here.
What? Yeah, right. No, I'm just kidding.
We do.
True story.
You too, yeah. You have Muslims too, I'm sure.
Do you know, I went to a Roman Catholic school, and the Jewish religion, of course, being where our religion came from, is one of the most highly taught religions that is taught over in Scotland in the Roman Catholic system.
Or unless you're Protestant, they just tell you everything else is wrong.
Which is his school. Which is
not religious at all. I just do traditions and.
True story, man.
There's no way we all got it right. I mean, all religions got it right, and they're all similar.
Well,
I know, but
it's weird.
It's complicated.
Can you imagine if there was one that was right? That means most religions are like wrong. Exactly. There's only one that could be right. Unless there's some weird system where they're all right and they're all.
If one of them's going to be right, it's probably going to be the most obscure one.
Yeah, but Buddhism, probably.
It's going to be the one that makes no sense. It's going to be absolutely correct.
But what does that matter if it makes people happy?
If
it gives people comfort.
If it gives someone something to believe in.
Something. Yeah, that's cool. Why not?
But maybe it's not as depressing that we become dirt and grass, because maybe that's really not. It seems depressing, but maybe it's not so depressing. Maybe it's nice. Maybe it's peaceful and calm and not so bad.
I think when you're more near the end, religion becomes more prominent. As it gives you more comfort knowing.
I'm glad we're ending this on a high note.
You might go somewhere. You might.
No, it's my fault. I take the blame.
Suddenly got very.
That's all right. So have some drinks. Enjoy your weekend. Are you gonna do? Do you do anything for Easter? Did I ask you that already? Tomorrow? Are you doing anything? Or?
Easter, I may be possibly taking my mother to church.
Oh, sounds like fun.
That's as exciting as it gets. I have got a new iPhone.
Uh-oh.
So,
Can you start taking some crazy pictures, like in Scotland for us, and posting them all over the place, like hills and.
I'll be totally hanging out on.
Crazy drunken.
On hanging out.
Yes. Can you take pictures of those random guys in kilts that are drunk, like with the beards, like the guys in. Yeah, but the old guys that have like one like lazy eye and the crazy. No.
Oh yeah.
So are you?
I'll find 5.
Are you like inferring that describes most older Scots, or
just random ones on the street, homeless random.
Just the ones that ride like the Harleys with the kilts. You see that occasionally.
Wow.
So you get a lot of butt crack.
You occasionally see a trike with a guy in a kilt and a long grey beard.
Totally.
Don't know where they come from.
How does that work with the wind blowing, with them riding through the wind and wearing the kilt?
My old doctor used to ride to work, right, to his medical practice in a kilt on a Harley. Now that is...
Who was your old doctor?
Priceless.
I'll talk to you later about that.
All right.
Wow. He was a man
I instantly love this guy.
I know. He's awesome.
Well, thanks for sharing your lovely stories about men in kilts and their butt cracks flying in front of you. Yeah, Steve.
Bum. You.
Butt crack.
And Dolly. And Mike Searle and Mike Stinger and Rappaport. This will be on YouTube if you're watching live. Great. And we will put it up there. So that's the end. So go now, do something productive. Go outside now, leave your house, watch it, go out there and drink or eat or pick up a quarter somewhere. Eat some matzo balls, and thanks, guys. Love you all.
All right.
Even the guy that killed. See ya.
So yeah.